Hello guys and welcome to a new video. So a lot of you guys have been asking about my guitar tone and how I record my videos. And in case you haven't watched that, I've already made a video on how to get killer metal tones using only plugins. If you haven't watched that, here's the link right here. So ever since then, a lot of you guys have been complaining about the fact that some of the plugins that I use are paid plugins. So we're gonna nip that right in the bud. Here's my top 3 free guitar amplifying plugins, so you can sound great for no money at all. So here's the catch. It's not completely free because no matter what, you're gonna need a guitar, a cable, and an audio interface. Other than that, you're all set. If you want to play guitar, you're gonna need a guitar and a cable. And if you don't have an amplifier, just buying an audio interface is going to be a lot cheaper. Okay, so here we go. Just a quick disclaimer, like I said before, the better the interface, the better the guitar is going to sound. Because if you have a really good interface, then you're going to get a clear signal with a lot of depth, and you're going to get the actual sound of your guitar. If you have a $5,000 guitar plugged into a $50 interface, then your guitar is going to sound like a $50 interface. Okay, so for this video, I'm going to use my trusty old Moto interface. And in case you were wondering, this is an 83 Jackson Randy Rhoads 1 USA with stock Jackson pickups, which were actually Seymour Duncan pickups with the Jackson branding on them. Okay, so here we go. Let's get to the screen. Okay, so here we have Logic pulled up, but you can use any DAW you have. Okay, so let's get started. We pull up a new track. This is going to be guitar track. I'm just going to label it. We'll put in a little guitar there. I have the guitar plugged into input 1, so that's what we're going to choose. And click that on. Okay, so now the guitar sounds like this. Just a clean guitar. Okay, so we're going to check out 3 different plugins. We're going to check out again the Ignite Emissary, the Amped Roots by ML Soundlab, and the NLX Amplex. Also, before recording this video, I got contacted by my buddy Arnaud Krakoka. I really hope I'm not butchering that name that much. But in case you don't know him, he's a very talented engineer, and he actually makes a lot of drum backing tracks. So he sent me a few drum backing tracks. And the cool thing is, as you can see on the screen, is that he actually sends the tracks separately. Now the tracks are actually compressed and EQ'd beforehand, but if you need to EQ a little bit further, you can. Okay, so he actually sent me the license so I can use them freely. He sent me different BPM tracks and stuff, so that's really cool. So I have a library to choose from. So thanks Arnaud. Links to his YouTube channel and his Instagram account in the description section below. Okay, so let's check out the first plugin. Okay, so this is the Ignite Amps Emissary. As I showed you on the other video, you're gonna need to have impulse responses in order for this to work. So here I have loaded the Lancaster Audio Pulse Impulse Response Loader, which is also free. I'll link in the description below. Okay, so now we have to load the actual impulse response. You go into the folder icon here and you choose whatever impulse response you want to use. In this case, I'm just going to go with the Marshall 1960A, which is the cabinet I actually own and love. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so let's get ready to record something. Okay, that actually sounds pretty good, right? Okay, on to the next plugin. Okay, next up, here's our second plugin. This one's called Amped Roots, and it's endorsed by Fluff. If you've never been to Fluff's channel, I recommend you go check it out. Anyhow, here's the plugin. Now this is the free version, so you only get this 5150 copy by Fluff, which is called 5034. But if you actually pay for it, you can get the 5151, the Freeman, and the Mega Fluff. You do get some presets if you want to change that out. And there's 2 really cool things about this plugin. Number 1, you actually get a pedal board. So you can actually use some effects that are built into this. For instance, the noise gate, which comes in really handy. Of course, the TS9. You gotta have that TS9. And of course, when we engage the TS9, what do? No drive, all of the level, and we set it at about 6. That's my setting anyway. If it's good enough for Stevie Ray Vaughan, then it's good enough for the rest of us mortals. And you can have reverb if you want a solo. That comes out really handy. And the other thing that's really cool about this plugin is that it comes with a built-in cabinet. So you can either use the built-in cabinet, or you can use your impulse responses if you want to. All you gotta do is just flick this switch right here. So we're actually going to use the built-in cabinet. We'll just keep it at cab. Okay, so I actually just copied and pasted the same guitar tracks onto this new input track. So what you're gonna hear is the exact same recording, just with a different plugin. So let's check that out. Alright, that sounds really good for a free plugin. Really good. Don't worry, we're gonna play them back to back at the end of the video so you can compare and see which one you like best. Now, if you're still around, I think this is a great time to remind you to drop me a like, drop me a comment, tell me which of these plugins you like better, and subscribe to this channel like a man if you haven't yet. I really appreciate you guys' support. Okay guys, so let's check out the last free plugin I have chosen for you. Now this one is called the Amplex, and it's like a modeling amp, so you actually get a lot of different amplifiers in the one plugin. And the way it works is really simple. It's actually kind of weird, because I've never seen anything like this, but it's actually really cool and really fast. So the way it works is you pull it up and you get this interface, and it says Amplex on it. If you look closely, it says no file. So you click on that, and it'll take you to a menu where you have all these different text files that have some coding in them that make it sound like different amplifiers. So for instance, let's say you want to model a 5150, then you would go onto 2120, and you actually get different channels too. You have the 2120 lead, the 2120 rhythm clean bright, the 2120 rhythm, and so on and so forth. There actually is a text file here that tells you what each and every one of the settings is modeling. So just for fun, we're gonna try to model one of my favorite amplifiers ever, the Engl Fireball. Now if you go onto this list here, you will see that the Engl Fireball here is called Firecube. So we're gonna go and look for that, Firecube. It's in alphabetical order, so that makes it a little bit easier. Now we open that up, and the interface itself doesn't change, but the sound changes drastically. Now one thing I almost forgot to tell you is that you actually need an impulse response for this to work as well. So I just pulled out the same pulse one I already had with the 1960A Marshall cabinet. And this one sounds like this. Alright, that actually sounds really good too. So yeah, I don't know which one's my favorite, but I would really love to know which one you like best. The cool thing about the Amplex is the fact that you can actually do multiple different amplifiers, and they all sound really good. The clean ones are really good, the distortion ones, the crunch ones. I can actually do a whole video on just that one plugin if you guys want me to. So just let me know in the comment section down below if that sounds like a cool video to watch. Okay guys, so that's it for me. I'm gonna play this all back to back, and please let me know in the comment section down below which one you like best. Drop me a like if you enjoyed the video, and please subscribe to this channel like a man. I will see you guys next time. Pat out, metal on dudes.